Hello and welcome. You're watching NDTV. I'm Gargi Raut, and our top story: the opposition India Bloc is divided over the issue of leadership of the opposition grouping. RJD chief and former Bihar Chief Minister Lalu Prasad Yadav, known as a Gandhi family supporter, has also extended support now to Trinamool Congress chief Mamata Banerjee's candidature. Earlier, Lalu's son and senior RJD leader Tejashwi Yadav had said he had no objection to any senior leader of the India Bloc, including Banerjee leading the coalition, but stressed that the decision must be reached through consensus. Banerjee had on the 6th of December expressed dissatisfaction with the functioning of the India Bloc, signaling her intent to take charge of the alliance if given the opportunity.
तो ममता जी को दे दिया जाए।
हाँ दे दे।
25 में बोल रहे सरकार फिर से बना रहे हैं लालू जी।
हाँ बनाएंगे हम लोग।
आज तो आपको अपना रिकॉर्ड स्ट्रेट और ठीक रखना चाहिए। सीनियर मेंबर पार्लियामेंट आरजेडी के नेता बोल के गए कि आउट ऑफ कंटेक्स्ट लालू जी की बात की गई है। लालू जी ने ऐसा नहीं कहा, तो वो बात छोड़िए। हाउस नहीं चलता है, रूलिंग पार्टी के एमपी 3 दिन से नहीं चला रहे। क्यों नहीं चला रहे भाई? रूलिंग पार्टी की तो जिम्मेवारी होती है हाउस चले।
सबको एक साथ बैठकर इंडिया ब्लॉक के लीडरशिप के बारे में जो समय दे सके, इंडिया ब्लॉक के काम को देश भर में, उस बारे में, नेतृत्व के बारे में चर्चा करने की हमारी सबकी इच्छा है। चाहे शरद पवार जी हो, चाहे ममता जी हो, लालू जी, अखिलेश जी, उद्धव ठाकरे साहब, शायद नवीन पटनायक भी उसमें आ सकते हैं, नवीन बाबू भी आ सकते हैं। तो हम सब बात करेंगे, चर्चा चल रही है, आपस में एक दूसरे के साथ संपर्क चल रहा है।
The leaders have been asking her to lead the thing. And once they were all asking whether it was the Uddhav Shiv Sena or it was Samajwadi Party, or for that matter it was the Bhishma Pitama of Indian politics, Sharad Pawar ji, and now Lalu Yadav ji. They all are saying, so once they all said, she said, I formed the India Bloc and I'm ready to lead. She never claimed it. We never claimed it. We always said that she is the best to lead the India Bloc. And that is what the voices from across the country of all leaders are coming.
आज इस पर कहीं कोई चर्चा नहीं है, न कोई आवश्यकता है। आज जरूरत है इस देश में सौहार्द कायम करने की। आज जरूरत है इस देश में महंगाई घटाने की। आज जरूरत है हमारे देश का करोड़ों नौजवान जो बेरोजगार है, भारतीय जनता पार्टी की सरकार रहते चलते पेपर लीक हो रहा है। आज इस पर सब पर हमें सोचना है और इस पर समाधान का रास्ता करना है।
What can be termed as a significant fallout of the election results of Haryana and Maharashtra, where the Congress party faced concurrent setbacks. Now questions are being raised on Rahul Gandhi's leadership of the India Alliance and also about the Congress party's own pivotal position when it comes to the opposition bloc. We saw NCP founder Sharad Pawar talk about Mamata Banerjee's leadership abilities, saying that she could be leading the alliance. We saw RJD Supremo Lalu Prasad Yadav also speak on the same lines today. Remember, Mamata Banerjee a few days ago in an interview to a TV channel also said that she was the one who brought this alliance together and she can manage all of that. She doesn't even need to go out of Bengal for that. She has made it very clear that she doesn't want to go out of Bengal when she can manage all of that sitting in West Bengal. So clearly, a lot of TMC MPs have also come forward suggesting that it is time that Mamata Banerjee took over the leadership of the India Bloc alliance. And there is a context to this. Electorally, TMC has proved itself to be a better candidate when it comes to a direct fight with the BJP. Congress, when it came to a direct fight with the BJP, be it Jammu Kashmir, Haryana, or for that matter, even Maharashtra, Vidarbha region, it has the party has electorally failed to give a proper contest to the BJP, which is why these voices suggesting a change in the India Bloc leadership have emerged, and these voices have also been in some way strengthened with the Congress party's own parliament strategy of really focusing on one individual, one industrialist, with many of the India Bloc allies also suggesting that they want to raise issues that actually resonate with the voters of the country, and they are not really aligned with the Congress on its strategy. Now we'll have to wait and see how this really plays out in the parliament, if there are more voices that actually demand this change, and how the BJP actually looks at this change.
AAP Supremo Arvind Kejriwal and NCP SCP Sharad Pawar held a meeting in Delhi. The Maharashtra leaders were also present in the meeting, and according To sources, the EVM issue was raised in the meeting ahead of Delhi elections. The India Bloc also discussed the strategy over EVM issue, and the role of the India Bloc in the upcoming Delhi polls was also discussed during this meeting. Earlier we spoke to our reporter for more details, Ram Shinde, on what transpired during the meeting.
ये मीटिंग जो है अरविंद केजरीवाल और शरद पवार जी इन दोनों के बीच में चल रही थी, जो कि अभी खत्म हो गई है। अभिषेक मनु सिंह भी इस मीटिंग में शामिल थे और ये मीटिंग खत्म होने के बाद और कल एक बार मीटिंग होगी और ईवीएम के ऊपर आम आदमी पार्टी, एनसीपी और कुछ इंडिया अलायंस की पार्टियां क्या रणनीति आगे रहेगी इसके ऊपर आज जो है वो इसके ऊपर चर्चा हुई है। तो जो कि महाराष्ट्र की जो चुनाव है उसको सैंपल लिया गया है, उसमें कितने वोट शेयर जो है वो बढ़ा हुआ है और अचानक कैसे ये वोट शेयर बढ़ा है इसके ऊपर भी ऑब्जेक्शन लिया गया है। और उसी के साथ में जो और कुछ सबूत है वो सुप्रीम कोर्ट में जाकर वो दाखिल करने वाले हैं और ये पॉलिटिकल पार्टियां, वो चाहे महाराष्ट्र में हाई कोर्ट में हो या फिर सुप्रीम कोर्ट में हो, वो वहां पे अपने जो मुद्दे हैं वो दाखिल करेंगे। और जो नाम इसमें से डिलीट किए गए हैं तो वो इलेक्शन कमीशन के मार्फत ये नाम डिलीट किए हैं, केंद्रीय चुनाव आयोग के मार्फत ये डिलीट किए गए हैं, ये भी आरोप बड़ा लगाया है। तो इलेक्शन कमीशन के खिलाफ भी सुप्रीम कोर्ट में जाने वाले हैं। अब ये कौन सी तारीख को ये पिटीशन दायर करेंगे वो कल तय होगा।
Right, moving on to other news, and Chief Election Officer of Maharashtra said that there is no mismatch between VVPAT slips, voter verifiable paper audit trail and voting machine numbers, rejecting the opposition allegations about a vote mismatch in the just concluded Maharashtra state polls. According to rules laid down by the Supreme Court and Election Commission, it's mandatory to count VVPAT slips of randomly selected 5 polling stations per assembly constituencies and to match it against the numbers in EVMs. Now, the Mahavikas Aghadi, fronted by the Congress, Shiv Sena and NCP factions, having lost the elections poorly, planning a national protest against credibility of EVMs, as well as several other factors, such as decision over delaying of poll dates, allowing government to roll out schemes that favor the BJP. Let's listen into what NCP, Sharad Pawar and Shinde Sena leaders had to say.
Petitions filed by Chandrababu Naidu and a few other activists, in which it has said that it is mandatory upon the Election Commission to ensure that at least minimum 5 EVM machines, VVPATs, need to be tallied after election. That is binding on the Election Commission. There is an order of the Supreme Court which allows for a candidate to seek 5% verification of VVPAT slips, and many candidates have applied for that. So let those countings happen, let the results of those things come, because one thing is very much certain, that there is a doubt, and there is a reasonable doubt of tampering in the EVM machines, and multiple reasons are there for those, and the Election Commission is failed to clarify those doubts.
Okay. Simultaneously, when there is an election in Maharashtra, they have a huge problem. Now, this is a double standard. However, the Election Commission, according to the procedure, the Chief Electoral Officer of Maharashtra has counted 1440 slips, and it is matching. The Election Commission, in his affidavit with the Supreme Court, has said that till now we have counted 4 crore slips, 4 crore slips, and still it is matching. Still they have a problem.
The Congress-led India opposition bloc submitted a notice for a no-confidence motion against Rajya Sabha chairperson Jagdeep Dhankar, alleging partisan functioning of the House. The notice, with 50-plus signatures by MPs from the Congress, Trinamool Congress, AAP, Samajwadi Party, DMK and RJD, was submitted to the Rajya Sabha Secretariat. All parties belonging to the India group, it said, have no option but formally submit a no-confidence motion against chairman of the Rajya Sabha for the extremely partisan manner in which he has been conducting proceedings. However, the motion is unlikely to succeed, as obviously the opposition doesn't have numbers. The government hit out at the opposition, alleged the Congress was attempting this as a diversionary tactic, calling it shameful.
जिस तरह से राज्यसभा की कार्यवाही सभापति महोदय जो कस्टोडियन है हाउस के, जिस तरह से वो कार्यवाही कर रहे थे और लगातार कर रहे हैं, जहां पर नेता प्रतिपक्ष तक को बोलने नहीं दिया जाता है, शायद वो उनसे चिढ़ते हैं क्योंकि वो दलित समाज से आते हैं, इतने ऊंचे ओहदे पर पहुंचे, अपने बल पर पहुंचे। ऐसे व्यक्ति के लिए उनके मन में सम्मान होना चाहिए, लेकिन इतने असम्मान से, इतने तिरस्कार से बात करते हैं। तो इस तरह की पार्टिजान कार्रवाई, इस तरह का पक्षपात मुझे नहीं लगता कि राज्यसभा में होना चाहिए।
आज जो नो कॉन्फिडेंस मोशन ऑपोजिशन की तरफ से डाला गया है, ये भी पार्लियामेंट्री प्रोसीजर में अलाउड है। ये कोई हमने नियम का कानून तोड़ के या संविधान के बाहर जाके अपने अधिकार का हमने अधिकार नहीं जताया है। हमारा अधिकार है नो कॉन्फिडेंस मोशन मूव करना, पर इन सब चीजों से हटकर इधर उधर की बातें करना बीजेपी की आदत है। आज भी वो सदन में बाधा दे रहे हैं, इसलिए तृणमूल कांग्रेस वॉकआउट कर गई है।
There was no need for the Congress party and the opposition leaders to serve a notice against the Honorable Chairman of the Rajya Sabha. This notice is only prompted by their effort to get away from the exposure of the links between OCCRP, George Soros and the leadership of the Congress party. This kind of diversionary tactics will not succeed.
Well, this motion requires actually, 14 days time. So it's really not going to, on the face of it, go through in terms of the motion being moved. But be that as it may, it's definitely a first of a kind, because never in the history of the Parliament of India, after independent India, in the last 72 years, have we seen impeachment motion against the vice president for what the opposition is alleging partisan behavior in terms of conduct of the House. It's in fact nowhere in our constitution is it envisaged that you need the certain amount of MPs as it is determined in the Lok Sabha. But be that as it may, the other issue that is really exercising is the fact that even though the numbers are very clearly in favor of the NDA, and it will definitely be voted against if it does come up, and it does go through for the next few days. But the fact is that somewhere down the line, the opposition is sending a message that they have no confidence with the vice president and the chairperson of the Rajya Sabha for the manner in which he's conducting the House. He, of course, can't participate and can't vote in this, but he definitely does have a chance to defend himself. This has never ever happened, so we'll have to wait and see how this plays out and whether it dies with this assembly session, with this winter session, or does it carry on forward. So these are things that are in the making. There was an attempt earlier which didn't go through, but this time round, the opposition determined to move that motion, which has now been sent to the Rajya Sabha, and he is expected not to sit on the chair while there is an impeachment motion against him.
Leader of opposition in Lok Sabha, Rahul Gandhi, and his sister, MP Priyanka Gandhi Vadra, met with the families of Sambhal violence victims. These are victims who died during the protests over a mosque survey in Uttar Pradesh's Sambhal. The meeting took place in Sonia Gandhi's residence. A few days ago, the Congress leaders were prevented from visiting Sambhal by the UP police. They were stopped at the Ghazipur border between Delhi and UP on December 4th while they were trying to travel to Sambhal to meet with the families of the victims. For that, time for us to slip into a short break. More news coming up on the other side, including a family feud involving Mohan Babu. Welcome back. The rift between veteran Telugu actor Mohan Babu and his son Manchu Manoj escalated. The long-standing feud within the family escalated when Manchu Manoj tried to enter his father's residence. Film actor Manchu Manoj was denied entry into Mohan Babu's house by bouncers there. It led to a verbal altercation with the bouncers claiming and that his daughter was inside and that he should be allowed to enter inside, and irked over the behavior of the bouncers. Manoj then broke the gate and entered the house. Now, actor Manoj Babu also allegedly attacked a journalist who is now receiving treatment in hospital, and this too has become a big controversy. Doctors say the journalist's bone is fractured and requires surgery. Journalist unions are now demanding that Mohan Babu apologize to the media for his actions.
This is a very ugly, public show of a domestic kind of situation where there are having differences between the father, actor Mohan Babu, who has also been a producer, very, very well-known, high-profile person, whose sons, Manchu Vishnu and Manchu Manoj. Manchu Vishnu has also been a hero in front of the screen. Manchu Manoj is someone who has been low-profile, and what happened was that both had filed police cases against each other, alleging that they are expecting or they are fearing a threat from the other. And the father has alleged that the son had in fact beaten him up, or he expects a threat from the son. And the son says that, despite having a wife and a 7-month-old baby girl, he was not being allowed into the house. And he also has alleged that his father was very abusive of the nannies, because of which none of them would stay either. So something that should have been, settled within the four corners of a house, perhaps now becoming a very public spat. And in the melee, in fact, the media who had gone to cover, they also got assaulted by Mr. Mohan Babu, who I must point out that he has in the past as well been in controversies, multiple controversies. There was years ago, in fact, a controversy of him slapping a female lead in his film, after which, there were cases, and Amir Khan had in fact supported that particular actress who had alleged that she was assaulted by Mohan Babu on the sets of the film itself on which she was working. Right now, things certainly tense around that house, with the son not being allowed inside the father's property. The son says that he is not claiming a share of the property and that he has been treated unfairly, despite the fact that he claims that he has worked for both his brother as well as his father's films without getting anything in return.
A 34-year-old man died by suicide at his home in Bengaluru shortly after recording a video where he accused his estranged wife and her family of harassment. The Bengaluru police have also found a suicide note and registered a case of abetment of a suicide following the complaint. Atul Subhash was found dead at his home in Manjunath layout in Bengaluru. A placard that read "Justice is due" was found in his room. His brother Vikas Kumar told the police that Atul's estranged wife had filed false cases against him and his parents, and that he was mentally upset.
8 months after separation, they filed a divorce case against him, and a lot of charges against him were charged in different acts and different acts and different sections. Even not only on my brother, even on me, even on my old parents. All of them were charged against the dowry and all, many type of cases.
मैट्रिमोनियल डिस्प्यूट का मामला जौनपुर जिले में चल रहा था, और उसमें भरण पोषण का जो मुकदमा था, उसमें जो बच्चा व्योम था, उसके लिए कोर्ट ने जो सबूत और जो दोनों पक्षों की तरफ से जो भी अपनी बात कही गई थी, उनको देखते हुए एक आदेश पारित किया था, और वह 40,000 रुपये प्रति माह बच्चे के लिए किया था। और इसी बीच में ये हम लोगों को सुनाई पड़ा कि उन्होंने आत्महत्या कर लिया है। ये बड़ा दुखद है, दुर्भाग्यशाली है, ऐसा नहीं करना चाहिए था।
This is definitely one of those shocking news coming in from Bengaluru, where we're talking of an engineer who's been residing in Bengaluru, hailing from the Uttar Pradesh, and this suicide has definitely come as one of those information that has shocked citizens in Bengaluru. mainly because there was a long video that was recorded, put on social media by the victim right before he took this drastic step. The matter has been registered by the police, who have decided to investigate this case further. Now, what is in the video? He has been blaming his wife for the drastic step taken. He has been talking about how he and his family members have been harassed by his wife and their family members there. He has elaborated in detail as to the events that led him to take this drastic step. He has also spoken about some of the false cases that have been registered against him and how one of those judges in Jaunpur actually demanded a bribe as well in this particular matter. He has urged the police, who would be investigating this matter, to take this video as a crucial piece of evidence, along with a 24-page suicide note that has been penned by him. All of this would definitely be investigated, and further action would be taken once the details emerge, is something that the police have promised. In the meantime, all eyes are on how this investigation will take shape and whether at all there would be justice that would be provided as far as this particular case is concerned. Back to you.
And another tragic case, 27-year-old Narendra, a newlywed, took his own life on December 7, just 47 days after his marriage on the 20th of October, and this is due to online loan app harassment. He had taken a small loan of a few thousand rupees through a loan app, but was subjected to relentless harassment and abuse over repayment. Cyberbullies reportedly blackmailed him and his wife by manipulating a nude photograph and sharing it with his friends. Unable to cope with the mental trauma and unable to confide in anyone, Narendra succumbed to depression and hanged himself. The victim's relatives have now lodged a complaint with the police commissioner and district collector seeking justice against the perpetrators. Defense Minister Rajnath Singh is on a 3-day visit to Russia. He met with Vladimir Putin at the Kremlin today, and during the meeting, Rajnath Singh spoke about the deep friendship between the two countries. Earlier, the defense minister had met his Russian counterpart and discussed strengthening bilateral ties. The minister said, "I'm confident that our meeting will help to strengthen Russian-Indian relations in the field of defense and security."